Are you breathing? Gotta breathe.
Okay, I'm breathing.
You got any gum, do you?
No.
Yeah, sorry, because I didn't.
Already did.
Sorry,
I was trying to make my motion here. Look at the clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, everyone here knows about dog shows. Some of you guys may even know about cat shows. But what you probably don't know is nearly all domesticated animals are exhibited or shown in some kind of show. From cats to cattle, hamsters to honeybees. So today, I'll be telling you guys how to prepare your chicken for a poultry show. Why would you want to know this? You don't own chickens, you probably never will. Well, according to Worldwide Institute, in the past 5 years, chickens in urban areas have exploded, even being legal in cities such as LA, Chicago, and San Francisco. It's also cheap, fun, and if you've got kids, it's a good way to show responsibility if they got involved. It's really easy. Why would I tell you about this? I mean, I'm from West County, never grew up on a farm. Well, my whole life, I've been really interested in genetics and selective breeding. All domestic's been really a big part of my life. I go to Iowa State University studying animal science, one of the top agricultural institutions in the country and the world. I've shown poultry growing up, beef cattle, and swine. So I kind of my thing. Figured I'd tell you guys about it. There's 3 steps that I'm going to make it real simple for you guys to understand. There's going to be what you need to do before the show, bathing and drying your bird, and final preparations right before you're put into the cage, and we'll see what happens. First step, even before the show begins, while picking out your bird, you need good genetics. Just like a purebred golden retriever, there's purebred poultry. According to the American Poultry Association, there's over 400 breeds and varieties. And poultry basically is just eating fowl, ducks, geese, turkeys, chickens, etc. Chickens, there's tons. There's miniature chickens, like I guess this one would be called. They're called bantams. And then there's standard chickens, which are bigger. None of these breeds are ones you would eat or you get eggs from at the grocery store. Those are all genetically altered hybrids for commercial use. The next important thing before the show even begins is good husbandry practices. Without it, your birds could have sun damage, feather damage, frostbite on their wattles, earlobes, and combs. You could even have toenails missing, or worse, foot missing. No. So it's always good to have good husbandry and good genetics. Without it, your bird will go nowhere. Next, you want to bathe your bird the day before, day of, depending on the color or other things, temperature. For a small bird like this, you could easily hold it in between its legs like that, put it under a hose using diluted soap. You don't want to use too much soap. You don't want the oils and the feathers to break or become separated like this ones are. Also, if it's a white bird, you could use diluted bleach to literally bleach the bird. You can also buy bird feather bleach. To dry a bird, if it's warm outside, you leave it out. It's probably even easier that way. They preen their own feathers, and they can do it better than you ever could. So if not, you can use a hair blow dryer. For some breeds that have feathers that are naturally separated, like silkies and other breeds, you would actually have to use a hair dryer and like hairspray to give them literally a fro. The next step would be like final preparations. This is right before a judge would see your bird. You're doing it up until that point. The day of the show, everything. You want to clip their nails, hold them upside down like this. Don't knock their head on the table. You'll probably have to hold them like this because they'll be squirming around. If it's a big bird, a standard sized bird, or turkey or larger, you probably need to kneel down and hold them in between your legs. And the more you handle your bird, the less crazy they're going to be. Clip all toes and shanks and talons. Also, you can clip the top of their beak because that can get long. And also, you're going to want to add Vaseline or some kind of oil. Just Vaseline. You can buy fancy things, but might as well go cheap. This is called their comb. There's different types. This is their earlobe and their wattle. Most breeds have all 3. Some don't. You also want to Vaseline their legs up just to make them look shiny. Finally, you'd want to add, you can get a fancy spray, like a glistening spray, or you can just go to the store and get Afro Sheen. Because most birds, including this one right here, you can actually see it on them, have iridescent feathers, especially on their tails. If it's a black bird, they could be all green. Some breeds of ducks, even, they're all black, but when they're all glistened up, they are completely green. So that's pretty important. In conclusion, I've explained to you how to show your bird, exhibit your bird, 3 easy ways. I've shown you what to do before the show, day before, bathing and drying, and final preparations. And I know most of you guys probably never show a bird, keep a bird, but if nothing else, nearly all counties in the state and the whole country, all states have state fairs. They all have birds being exhibited, whether you know it or not. You might go for the concerts or funnel cake, but they also have chickens, ducks, geese, all being exhibited, rabbits. I suggest you go check it out, see all the different types. You'd be surprised. So that's it.